So our first story of the day is, of course, going to be on Matic, because this is where everybody's mind is at, and I want to cover this. I want to talk about this. I think before we actually get into the news, just so we know what we're talking about here, let's actually go over and just look at the Matic chart. Oh, that's fucking ugly, man. Look at that baby right there. That is, oh my God, look at that. Woo! All right. You know, interestingly enough, looking at the 15-minute chart, anybody that bought the dip from peak to trough, right? 100x. Or 100, not 100x, 100%, 100x long, 100% in the matter of a couple hours, right? In the matter of a couple hours. And then anybody that bought that top down about 30%, again, in a matter of a couple hours. So keeping that in mind, let's get over and just cover what's going on, and then we'll kind of cover our thoughts on the TA of this. So the Matic Network token, MATIC is the ticker symbol, this news is buzzing across the crypto space. And this is following one of the most dramatic price fluctuations within a very short time span that we've seen here in crypto for quite a while, actually, to be quite honest. After climbing more than 200% over the last few weeks, Matic has today, in a matter of hours, given back all of those gains, literally all of those gains. Now, Binance CEO CZ has, according to him, a team conducting an investigation, and he has publicly stated that the Matic Foundation has nothing to do with the sell-off. In an official blog post, Matic themselves, tweeted out that they have, and posted in their blog, explained why this price plunge was not their fault, citing allegations of token movements, But their claim is that all of these allegations that the Matic Foundation moved a whole bunch of tokens to Binance prior to this, they say that this is nothing but FUD, and it is completely baseless. Now, in a later tweet, CZ did come out again and state that this price fluctuation was due to several large traders panicking and causing a process of cascading stop losses due to their large trades. Now, other traders on the crypto Twitter and in my personal circle have speculated that the sell-off was in part actually due to margin trading being offered on Matic at Binance. So in September, Binance added Matic to its list of margin exchange assets, with many now suggesting that offering leverage on an illiquid altcoin was very irresponsible and asking for this type of trouble. Of course, what the point here is that an individual could have opened up a very large short position on Matic on the margin trading, and then gone with their holdings that they've held for a very long time and then massively dumped them. And this scenario does not seem insane. This is what any savvy trader would do. Now, according to recent reports, around 1.1 billion Matic was for sale today on the order books as the dump accelerated. This accounts for a stunning 44% of the total market capitalization of this cryptocurrency posted for sale today in the order books. So 44% of the market cap on sale. Now, many took to Twitter to declare that this is a case of rampant whale manipulation. Again, you know, I have comments on this because this is just what you get on exchanges and in markets where there are no safety systems. There's no traditional exchanges, for as corrupt as they are, for as corrupt as the traditional finance world is. Traditional exchanges have things like circuit breakers. Well, they just shut off exchanges when these cascading stop losses affect. They stop things like this. They have VWAP orders in place. They have market makers efficiently. And if things go bad, again, the circuit breakers go down. The circuit breakers flip. We don't have that, unfortunately, and I'm trying to be as generous as I can to people like Binance and all these exchanges, because they've made us lots and lots and lots of money, and they're doing the best that they can with the current state of cryptocurrency. And again, you have a large portion of cryptocurrency who say who like it like this. They don't want regulation, because with regulation comes all the BS, right? I mean, we've got it pretty sweet over here, and you just got to be savvy to make money in this market. But with that being said, this, of course, was caused by a large whale sell. So the question, did a large Matic holder short the token on margin and then dump all of their holdings to force a cascading sell-off? Most likely, yes. That seems to make a lot of sense. It's what any savvy trader would do if they were allowed to. And again, doesn't seem to be anything illegal about this. Just sucks for the person on the wrong end of it. Now, the cascading losses on Matic are said to have set off bots operating on Binance, causing many other altcoins to collapse as well. Coins like Harmony, Raven, Elrond, and so many others also experienced heavy losses despite having nothing to do with Matic, except the fact that they were IEOs. Moving right along. Now, some are now calling for Binance to cease offering margin trading on coins like this, on low market cap altcoins such as Matic, which are said to lack, quote, market maturity, and have large amounts of their supply in the hands of just a few entities. Now, while Binance blames the whales and market panic, others say Binance is responsible by offering whales the framework and opportunity to exploit the markets to their benefit on illiquid coins. Now, who is right really depends on your perspective. So I want to go over here and look at a few tweets. This is from Cantor and Clark, and he says, and again, comments that I agree with in part and disagree with in part. He says, no one needs to be behind the Matic dump. People need a villain. The dump was the perfect example of the domino effect of staggered stop orders. Liquidity evaporates, and this is what you get. The stock market has flash crashes every so often. In crypto, it is the norm. People responding, can't we just stick to blaming CZ? Let's see here. Now, and again, he makes a very good point here that the crypto is not a normal market. It has no limit up or limit down. There's no circuit breakers, and certainly not much on part of the majority of investors besides hope. It went up because of FOMO, and it likely went down because of a stop cascade. And from a structural standpoint, he is absolutely correct. I do want to, there was another comment on here, which this is from BitMEX Donnie, and just the idea, and again, this doesn't directly contradict what Cantor and Clark said. In fact, this would actually prove or tend to lend credence to what he was saying. But here is a snapshot of the order book. It seems a screenshot of the order book from Matic. And as we can see, yeah, just regular folks selling. Here's a 413 Bitcoin market sell order, a 123 Bitcoin market sell order, a 259 Bitcoin market sell order. Just regular folks, right? Just regular retail traders, of course. Just regular every average day folks. From Jacob Canfield, for new people after Matic, and I think this is funny as well, you don't know dump until you bought Digibyte on the Minecraft rumor in 2017. You don't know dump until you bought Z Classic at $300 after John McAfee shilled Bitcoin private. And you don't know dump until you bought any delisted coin on Poloniex or Bittrex. So keep that in mind, guys. Mr. How to Survive in Crypto over here, a great point as well. It says here, this could become a nice example of what to do if a trade turns against you. And you guys are familiar with the situation. A trade looks very, very nice, suddenly turns against you, and now you're heavily underwater. How do you react? It's something most new traders don't handle well at all. And I agree with the sentiment in here that how you handle losers as a trader is probably the most deterministic factor to your long-term success. Everybody can, people struggle with taking wins. And of course, my strategy has helped a lot of people out. Taking 50% of your profit at a predetermined area, moving your stop loss to break even, and then trailing your trade as it goes. But again, panic selling, turning a trade into an investment, these are all mistakes that new traders make. And this happens when a trade doesn't go your way. And the first rule is always be prepared. Always have a stop loss area. Always have a level where you're going to be cutting your trade off, no matter what, no questions asked, and then stop looking at the chart. It doesn't matter if your stop loss gets hit and then price goes in your favor. People do that all the time, and they look at the charts and they think, if only I would have used a soft stop loss. That is going to lead to a loss of your discipline. If your strategy calls for a soft stop loss, that's fine. If your strategy calls for a hard stop loss, that's fine. Just implement it, always use it, and know that your system is going to give you more wins than losses over the long run, because you're always going to have losing streaks with the best trading strategy. So shout out to How to Survive in Crypto. He's got some good stuff over there. Make sure to go check him out on Twitter, guys. And account. Here's the tweet from Matic saying that they had no role to play in all of this. As far as the token movements, they announced a release of 0.25% of their tokens as the October unlock, which coincides with aggregated outward movements. I would say that one thing that is interesting over here is a website that one of my analysts came across over the weekend, which which I think is pretty cool. This is whalesmind.com. And here we can actually see, so we just go to whalesmind.com, and it is free to use. If you want to see information for more than 14 days, you'd have to give a one-time donation. So again, not affiliated with them whatsoever, but they're doing pretty good work over here. So definitely work it. This is a great indicator that we can have in cryptocurrency that we just do not have with any other kind of asset or commodity out here. And if we go to Matic, so this is Ethereum. This shows changes in the largest addresses over periods of time. So if we go to Matic, we can see that over the last 7 days, they have moved, total holdings of whales have gone down almost 30%. And then if we kind of zoom in on this, we can see that the top address, which held 3% of the entire market cap of Matic, We can see that 4 days ago, they unloaded about half of their holdings, and then as of today, unloaded all of them, right? So big movements. Let's see here. What was that? 35 million. 35 million. And we can just kind of scroll down here and we can see that, again, almost all of the large addresses today have unloaded all of their holdings. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100% 4 days ago, 10% 4 days ago, 100%, what is this, 21 days ago, or 5 days ago. So yeah, this is definitely looking like I wouldn't say there's no evidence that it's coordinated, but definitely this is very, very, very large holders of Matic selling in sync across this week, which, again, most people should have seen this coming for a while. I mean, you just don't, we're not there yet, guys. If you see an altcoin pump a couple 100%, it's going to dump. It's going to dump hard. We're not there yet. This is not organic growth. These things go up because of FOMO. We're still in a very immature, irrational market. So if you are investing in altcoins for long-term holds, and you consider yourself an early investor, an early adopter, you need to get very, very comfortable with these wild swings in your portfolio. And I think that's why investing, for example, set yourself up on a Bitcoin auto pay, invest $25 in Bitcoin per week, and just get comfortable with that. Never sell that Bitcoin, never do anything with that Bitcoin. Stick it in cold storage, set it up on Coinbase, immediately withdraw to a Ledger Nano, and just look and just get comfortable with watching that number fluctuate up and down, because that is what you need to be okay with as an investor. You need to have the long-term patience, 5, 10, 15, 20 years to let the market play out, right? Because investing in the traditional market or investing in anything has shown that those who are patient reap the rewards. Those who dollar cost average and just hold for the long period, those are the ones that win. You can see it very, very clearly with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin had multiple 100, 1000% pumps. And if you just held through all of that, you would have had the opportunity to buy Lambos. All right. And now going into, I just want to finish this up with a little bit of technical analysis on Matic, looking down at the daily, and I don't listen. So please do your own research on this. But I would say that looking at Matic right now, I would expect this over the next 6 months. Not right now. I think buying right now would be a little inappropriate. But I think over the next 6 months, I think that Matic, which is a fairly good altcoin, right? Obviously ran up on great FOMO. I would say that obviously we've gone up 100% in one day. I would say that it's unlikely. It's possible. I don't know what's going to happen over the next few days with Matic, but I would expect over the next 6 months for Matic to recover and retain stability. So I think that setting some low bid orders down around like 130, maybe 120 sats would not be a terrible idea. You guys use your own stop loss, but I think that a pullback into its previous level of accumulation is not a bad idea. I do expect that Matic to recover some of its value over this, but we'll see. Again, be slow to move, be patient to move, and make calculated, cunning decisions, guys, to have success in the markets. All right. And let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Do you guys think this is whale manipulation? Do you guys feel that CZ or Matic is to blame over here? Is there some evidence that these whales were acting in coordination, or is this just what you get in an illiquid market? If you're watching this later on something like a Breaking Bitcoin Bits, make sure to comment down below with your thoughts and opinions, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're watching this on the live stream, make sure to throw your comments in here, and I'll get to your questions in the question and answer section of the show following the break.